Hello everyone and welcome back to Nullius. This is Otaku Showboat, and we don't have enough hydrochloric acid to void everything that we need to void at the moment. Yeah, so I was looking at this line. This line's okay to be backed up like this. It's okay-ish. Ish. That it's like that? Huh. Huh. Oh, I am yet again limited by the amount of charcoal production. I was just thinking that, it would be okay, to add a little bit more of this here. 3, that's exactly equal to 3. Okay, I don't know so much anymore about doing this exactly like this. 30, 30, that's equal numbers. Oh, I would add another one of you, wouldn't I, in reality, to help take care of some of this stuff and maximize the hydrochloric output. Yeah, because you're not maximized. I see. I see. Ahem. Well, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're not gonna touch it. It's just something I wanted to note that we are voiding all of the hydrochloric. I thought that I didn't quite have enough for my purposes, but it would appear as if I do at the moment. I am, in fact, removing this dust and not consuming all of this dust from the limestone stuff. And that's fine. That's fine. The limestone is only getting crushed and mined and converted into the dust in order to get rid of excess amounts of hydrochloric acid from my caustic solution production, because I need caustic, not so much this. I do need some of this, mind you. I do need some hydrochloric to clear gravel, as gravel from here. In fact, it's not even enough of the gravel getting processed out of this for my iron over here, but we are at a point in this save where all of this will be deleted from the face of existence. Just not yet. I'm gonna use it for now, but know that eventually it will be removed from the entire face of existence. Okay, we're gonna take a little bit of a drive. Just a short little jaunt. Because I want to have a sensor placed at my intersection up here. And I may add this as a blueprint at some point, but I want to see the rail that I have placed, because yeah, colors are a thing, you know. It would be nice to be able to see the difference, and this is where we're going to get into a new mod that I am going to add right now. We're going to search for map color. Enhanced map colors. This is a new mod that I will be adding. Let's make sure that it is in fact enabled. Confirm. Reload. And with enhanced map colors, No colors previously installed. Calling rechart for player. Thanks. It is recharting. Enhanced map colors. You didn't really increase the contrast on those rails versus the background for me. What Enhanced Map Colors has done is now my red belt is in fact red on the map. All of the belt that is red is now red. All of the pipe is purple. Just so you can very easily see where all of my pipe is. The green signifies turbines. Of course, the black is still solar panels. This added some good usability to things, but I would like the tracks to look different. There should be a hotkey for enhanced map for the map colors somewhere. Let me settings, controls, mod settings. Really? Okay. N is the hotkey. It does not allow changing from here. Thanks. Settings, mod settings, enhanced map colors. Let's add another mod. We're going to try out this mod. Custom map colors. And we're going to see if this allows me to change the color of railroad tracks to something a bit more easily viewable. Okay, we are doing a thing. It is redoing its stuffs. Oh look, I can see now. I can see the rails. The rails are rails. They exist. Apparently the pipes are now hot pink. A different shade of purple. It has been overridden. Instead of being deep purple, it is now lighter purple. You know what? I will accept that. So, under mod settings, for our custom map colors, it is a startup setting that you can change in here. Fancy tree colors. Interesting. Good thing we don't have trees. Yeah, you can just set all of these colors through startup settings. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I am happy with this color. This blue, light blue color is enough of a difference that I can actually see the tracks, and it doesn't completely match the tiles that it's on top of. And I don't think that this particular shade of blue is any biome color. I don't think it matches any biome color, so I should be able to see my tracks forevermore. Please place that. Thank you. That was distracting, annoying me. Yeah, so now all these pipes are in fact purple. All of my red belt is in fact red. Interesting. It made all of the chimneys orange. Little orange entities. Okay. That's good to know. My science labs are pink. Okay. Let's see, what else is of note here? I think that's about it. Okay. What is today's mission? I don't have one. I don't have a mission for today, exactly. Because I need to build out my rails. Like, that is the next main thing. Yes, getting into science is a goal. However, note that sulfuric acid there. Chemical samples require tapping into fumaroles now, into the volcanic gas to get that sulfuric acid. That's going to come from from sulfur dioxide. Where does the sulfur dioxide come from? Here. Volcanic gas separation. Yeah. Note that sulfur dioxide is ventable in a chimney. Sulfuric acid isn't. So, there's that to note there. Yes. Now, sulfuric acid is aqueous, which is like, it's interesting because you have hydrogen chloride gas. There is, I think, a gaseous form for sulfuric. Hydrogen sulfide, I think, is the gaseous form of sulfuric. I'm rusty with chemistry, but there should be a gaseous form of this. It's just not part of this mod, apparently. You just go straight from the dioxide into the sulfuric acid aqueous. And it says void in 2. Void in 2. What is 2? Void in 1 plus. What is 1? I don't know. What is 2? Voids in 2. The number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there'll be an update to Nullius that will fix this, but yeah, it's just void in 1 plus means nothing to me. What does that mean? Void in 2 plus. What does that mean? What do these numbers mean? It's nice that we get the little icons on like the chimneys and the outfalls for the direct things that are used to get rid of them, but yeah. Sulfuric acid needs to be used in order to be removed. However, sulfuric acid is not a byproduct of anything. I want to search sulfuric acid. So sulfuric acid is only a product of making sulfuric acid. It is never a byproduct, which means you don't want to void this stuff. You don't want it voided. You want all of it. It can be stored forever. If you don't want it, you don't make it. Right? For this. And then, if for whatever reason you have excess sulfur dioxide, it can be thrown out a chimney. What this stuff does allow, once we get into the proper text for it, well, we sort of already are at the proper text for it, is this mineral dust and sulfuric into sludge and carbon dioxide. Why is this important? This is important because, while it is a little bit painful to kill off the sulfuric acid, it's less sludge per dust than the hydrochloric removal, dust dissolution method, and that's about it, really. That's about it, really. It is less sludge per dust, so you can effectively kill off your dust faster when you're trying to void dust. Yes, it does mean that you are avoiding sulfuric acid in the process, but you know, that's okay. I would rather do these things with sulfuric acid than that. Anyway, we needed to talk about a few things going forward here, just as general discussion. Sort of already talked a little bit about it, but this is infrastructure. Outfalls for wastewater and brine and that sort of stuff in particular. We are going to be needing to do processes that result in fluids that we need to kill in areas that don't have access to water. We will, in the next tech level, be able to build water fill to make water at these locations, to place outfalls and such. But we're not there quite yet. Once we are there, we're good. We don't need to worry about it anymore. But until we get there, we do have to worry about it, which means we need to set up trains for these waste items that will fill tank wagons that take it to a dump station. We need to have a dump station near a water body that we have a bunch of outfalls to get rid of the stuff. That's gonna need to be part of our plans going forward, a necessary addition to all of our stuff. I'm going to need to have methanol canisters automated. Actual automated methanol canisters. And fuel stops. Oh, I'm not making small pump ones. Right. That, slight oversight. Ever so slight. The slightest of slight oversights there. Power that for me. Small pump one. There, go. You take 2 items in. Fill that thing. The small pump is just a 1-tile entity, as opposed to a 2x1 on the pumps. It is the same as a pump 1, pumping speed of 1200 per second. So you end up reducing the speed of the pump, going to small pump 1 versus a pump 2, which is 2400. Someone did leave a comment at one point telling me generally what the throughputs are on the various pipes. Apparently a pipe 2 is roughly better than a vanilla pipe, slightly. Or like, you could think of it as equivalent, 1200-ish per second over a much greater distance than a vanilla pipe. So there is that to consider. And then the even better pipes, the pipe 3s and pipe 4s, are significantly higher throughput over distance than vanilla pipes are. So it's still going to be an issue for pipe throughput, something that we will need to think about at all times. I want to request you and not request you. Have I made chem plant 2s? Those are chem plant 1s. I don't think I've done the chem plant twos because I haven't done the labs. I need a glass. For I think somewhere I have, yes, glass. So that'll be those. You are just 4. Request the 4. Do that thing. Are you requesting distillery 2s? Am I even making those? I don't think so. Hey, buddy. As it just so happens, I need distillery 2s. So come on and plonk that for me. Something tells me distillery 2s are absolutely only made in large assemblers. Yep. Distillery 2s. We need distillery 1, of course. Distillery 1. Maybe just 5 of those. Yeah. There you go. That will be those. That will then get shoved into Chemplant 2s. Ah, beautiful, glorious stuffs. Go, my minions, do the thing. So, fueling trains is going to be, I think, the primary mission of today. Yeah, train fueling. So, get rid of that. Methanol canisters will be the ideal fuel for trains. Where's the canisters? Excuse me? Hey. Canisters? The what? What is your name? Methanol canister. Nullius methanol canister. Hydrogen. Biodiesel. Water. Helmod. You're drunk. Show me everything. In this tab. Hey, there you are. Okay. Give me 1 per second of these. I'm going to need an empty canister, methanol from methane, oxygen, and benzene from our good friend the alkene synthesis. I need a lot of methane. Out of carbon dioxide and hydrogen, I will need carbon monoxide. Well, carbon monoxide... I'm not making graphite into carbon monoxide. That is the opposite of what we are trying to do here. We do dioxide into that. So, we can also... I'm hesitant to do that down the line and to do this down the line, but it's technically a thing I can do. You can't be done in large assemblers, but you can be done in the medium assembler too, so that's what I will do. I will use that so that I can yield module wherever possible. This doesn't do yield, sadly. So sadly. That doesn't reduce the building count at all, so it's not useful. This can be yielded. This can be yielded. Really? Interesting. The yield modules makes it so that I add an entire building. This is a circumstance where I would beacon speed to prevent the need for a second building. Yield and yield. Good. Good. Because that extra 7.5% speed should be enough to cover it. Yes, I will need to get rid of propene and ethylene because there is no other current option to get into benzene. Not right now. There may be a quote-unquote better process later. I can see that we could convert propene through propene pyrolysis into methane, ethylene, and benzene, of which, you know, the whole point here, part of it is the methane. We need methane, a lot of methane. Hey, can I do something with that ethylene that is useful besides burn it? There is ethylene pyrolysis as well that will give you methane and a little bit of propene and benzene. So you could actually do the alkene synthesis and then pyrolysis, the ethylene and the propene with a little bit of a cycle there, because each, like the ethylene one will give you propene to do more propene pyrolysis that actually gives you more ethylene to do more ethylene pyrolysis. It's a little bit of a loop there, but not like infinitely scaling, but it's more output of benzene ultimately than you would think, and methane than you would think. And that would give you benzene, and that would give you methane. And offset the amount that you need to throw in at the cost of carbon dioxide from this system. And of course, the carbon dioxide will be coming through air filtration from air filters. Now, I don't have the ability to pick air filters out of this, so it won't exactly tell me. That is a lot. Is it really useful to do yield on this? Probably not. Probably not. It's actually useful to do distillery 1s because it's 1 and 1 to an air filter 2. 1 air filter 2 into 1 distillery 1. I think these are better faster or more efficient. Or more efficient to cut down the power draw. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. We shall see. It all really depends on access to distillery 2s as well as chem plant 2s. But that is only part of the equation because we need a lot of oxygen for this. Now the oxygen, of course, we split water. Water comes from fresh water. And I do have hydro plant 2s. That seems like it just adds to the problem of extra waste, does it not? Oh. It does not do any issues. Just reduces the amount of fresh water in. Interesting. No, I don't really need to reduce that. Exactly. That's gonna be 3 mining drills. Or three wells. No matter what. I think. Hold up. Wells? Wells. How much do you bring up? 125. So that'd be 250 for 2. You don't fall below 250 on the freshwater, so yeah, you're gonna have 3 no matter what. That one. Ahem. Done efficient. Oh, really? Oh, really? There are no module slots even on the level 2 electrolyzers? Are you kidding me? What about the level 3s? No module slots on electrolyzers, period. Really? That's very interesting. Huh. No module slots, huh? That's a lot of power that you use there. So this is a plan. All well and good. Thing is, though, canisters. We need to make canisters. But we don't need an infinite supply of canisters. Now, do we? We only need enough canisters to fill the tanks of the trains that we're using, the locomotives that we're using. For however many the stack size is, times 2 per train on the methanol in the end, the methanol canisters. So when the train comes in to refuel, it will have empty canisters in it. We need to unload those empty canisters and load in new methanol canisters. Those empty canisters then get refilled with the methanol stuff through this here, without adding in new ones. And we need to make sure that we do that without the process ever stopping. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's a thing. Empty barrels. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff there. You may have noticed. That's a lot of stuff there. So, my thought is that the station making the methanol canisters for my fuel stops will request empty canisters from the train network. And we're gonna have empty canisters on the train network. Empty canisters that are being made in my mall. I think that's how we're gonna do it. That way we can rely on this. This needs to be, of course, this produces excess wastewater. These stuff up here we can void. And in fact, we need so much hydrogen that we actually overproduce on the oxygen that we will be able to get rid of the excess propene and ethylene through combustion. And we get a whole bunch of spare nitrogen that we could compress and use as backup power, potentially. Void the rest. And no, I think this is ideal. Where am I standing? I am standing here. This is going to need these guys and these guys. Ahem. I have made all of one Chem Plant 2 thus far. I have made one entire Chem Plant 2 thus far. Our limit is these stupid sheets. Stupid sheets. How much energy does the locomotive use when operating? 200 kilowatts. At 90% efficiency. 15 times 0.9. 13.5, huh? Divide by 0.2. That means that a single train with one methanol canister can move over tracks for over a minute before moving on to the next canister. The methanol canisters have a 50 stack size. Oh god, when a train is full of methanol canisters, it lasts 100 minutes. Over 100 minutes. Oh boy. We have done jack all for progress today, haven't we? Yeah, I figured as much. Hey, here's a Stirling engine. How does this work? That's a pipe input. Huh? There's no, like, heat. Converts heat. So, huh? Oh, that's heat. Okay. Heat. The heat shall flow. So, is that how we do it? Is that how that works? What time is it? Oh, late. That would explain things. Yeah, the temperature is still rising a little bit, but it should go down as we get really late. It would be the next day. Converts heat at 80% efficiency to produce up to 1 megawatt of energy. Okay, at what temperature do you need to be before you start producing power? That's a great question. What is the temperature that it needs to be before it starts producing energy? It would be nice if we could actually see the temperature of the thingy. They are connected, as far as I can tell. Heat is never a thing that I pay much attention to. I've always considered it to be a bit, like, not useful, like, overly complicated by comparison to the other processes. So once it gets to like 3 or something in the morning, it'll start heating up again. Interesting though that the temperature has not gone down. Huh. Why have you not gone down at night? It's not being used by the thingy. Interesting. Interesting stuffs. But anyway. I don't like that this has not been any progress in this video, but sometimes we just need to have these talks, discussions, add some mods occasionally, make plans like this for the future. We planned out what will be the methanol build for fuel for trains. I do understand that it would be easier to fuel trains, not with the methanol, but with the hydrogen canister stuff, because, well, that's extremely easy to get doing the fresh water filtration. If I wanted one of you a second, well, there you go. Ta-da! You're done. You can just do that. I want to do that. Oh god, that's 27.9 megawatts. Going into 15 megajoules. That's like 28 going into 15. That's like... Oh. When you take into account the power it needs to make the canister. But the canister loops. Oh. Yeah, 4.8 is less than 5. May I point out that 4.8 is less than 5? Huh. This might be more worth it. This might be more worth it. In terms of power efficiency. But anyway. It lasts a third of the amount of time per unit, so the trains would have to come back in and recharge more often. It also doesn't have the bonuses, I think. Not as good of bonuses. It doesn't have any bonuses to the vehicle speed or acceleration like the methanol canister does. Methanol increases acceleration 140% and top speed by 120%. Yeah. Makes it much more valuable to go straight into the methanol stuff, which is what I will do at some point. I don't know if I will do this off screen or if we will do this together. What I do know is that I am going to be ending this video off right here with zero progress made and lots of discussions about various things. This still isn't moving. Is it not moving because it's not needed? I think it's not moving because it's not needed. And solar takes priority. Solar always takes priority. So even though it's at temperature, haha, granted, that's not a megawatt. That is not a megawatt. Yeah. Yeah, so that's just playing at this point. I do not really intend to use these things at this point in time. Not when I have so very many other thingies. Speaking of other thingies, bots? Oh, I'm not requesting those. I am not requesting those, am I? No. Thanks. Bring them to me. Auto magically. Yes, yes. What will come in handy is these, actually, with the solar collectors, because these guys, when you hook up the solar collectors to them, will allow you to boil water into steam that you could use to get rid of certain types of things like saline and seawater. And saline and seawater and saline and seawater. You know? Without having to dump anything. Once you have the ability to convert brine into salt and then salt into the saline or seawater, I think is what it becomes. But yeah. Once you can start doing those kind of water loops, then you can get away with not needing to do any outfalling whatsoever. We're gonna choose to have water fill and dump it using the outfills anyway. Outfalls anyway. But anyway, with that, folks, after a lot of talking and doing not much, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Show, but if you've enjoyed, for whatever reason, today's video, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff down below. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you've not yet subscribed, and hit the notification bell. Consider becoming a member of the channel by hitting that great big blue join button and supporting on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat if you're so inclined and able. And I will be back when I am back, and I will see you all on the next one.